Back here with the Monte Carlo SS 3.8. It's only 180 horsepower. Ain't no supercharger in here. Supercharge have it at 200. And if you could modify it with all the new injectors and short dog bone mounts and all that other crazy shit, you probably get about 240 out of the engine on the supercharge. Somewhere around that. You gotta modify the supercharger and all that other crazy shit. I wanted the SS with the supercharge, but then there's maintenance, stuff breaks. What's the point? So I stick to the regular SS with the 3.8 non-supercharged. Supercharged, you gotta use synthetic oil. It's a lot of maintenance on the car itself. I know it has the bigger 4T65E HD transmission in there with the bigger differential, the bigger CV joints, all that crazy shit. And you know, these transmissions, they don't last long for some reason. GM has never been able to fix that problem for some reason, but we just deal with it as is for whatever reason. Right now I'm at 163,000 miles on the car itself. Probably at 100,000 on the motor, and I'm at about 15. Should I say 15? Nah, maybe 9,000 on the transmission. Computers. I had to change a few computers in here. I think I changed the PCM. I had to rewire the ignition module, put a new harness on it and everything, because the other one was broken and it melted, and I don't know if it was heat related, it cracked, all type of shit, all type of crazy shit. But that's where we at right now. My airbag light on because I have the driver's seat disconnected, so that light is not a big deal to me. There's no service traction light on. All my hubs are good, they're clean. All my connectors on the hub are clean, so there's no traction light, service traction, and ABS, all that crazy shit. That's not on in here. We don't plan on getting it put on in here because, you know, even with the 24s, I try to keep everything on this car clean. I have OEM styled CV joints, which has more than just 3 grooves, like the ones you get from auto parts, certain auto parts stores, where the actual boot that goes on the CV joint is only 3 grooves. And when you turn, because of the turning radius of these cars, the force or pressure applied to the turning of the CV joint, it'll pull the boot off the CV joint, or it'll crack the boot, and then you'll have to go get a new CV joint because all the grease done went on your rims, it done went on your goddamn, you know, control arm and all that crazy shit. So make sure you get the OEM style CV joints. I got mine from Napa. Napa had the one with like 7 grooves in it. So even when I turn left, turn right, and I do get full turns out of these 24s, I'm not putting strain on the boot. If you guys pay attention to that, and those 3,800 owners and, you know, and 3,400 owners from Chevy, you'll notice that the boots that comes on the CV joints from Advanced Auto Part, AutoZone, and maybe O'Reilly, I'm not sure, or CarQuest or whatnot, or whatever, wherever you get your crap from, just make sure that the CV joint has more than just 3 grooves on the actual boot on that CV joint. If not, when you turn, that boot will either crack, or the pressure and force applied while turning will pull the boot off of the CV, off of the actual hub connector, or whatever you want to call it, the end of it, and it'll let all the grease out, and you'll have to go buy another one. The interior is black. This whole interior is donated from another Monte Carlo. I tried that plastic dip bullshit, but in Florida the weather is hot, the weather is cold. It could be 103 degrees outside and it will rain. So I don't know if that was the effect of the plastic dip not setting right. I really didn't care. It was just an experiment. I threw that shit in the trash. Went to the junkyard and got me all my trim panels, dash, all that from another Monte Carlo. The doors, I had to order it off eBay. I got 2 doors for $180. It was in brand new condition. As you can see, it's clean. No cracks on the on this right here. This piece of shit right here tends to crack a lot. But even with the bass in my trunk and all that craziness, the doors open outward and vertical and going back down and get slammed. These are not cracked. These are in perfect condition, and you know these things, I don't know what they call them. I guess they're the trim line. They're not even cracked. So I bought these doors off eBay and they shipped them to me in good condition. My other doors had 1 speaker, 2 speaker, 3 speaker, and one in the factory. I took all that off the other door, got rid of those speakers, and I just kept 1 in the factory. I had 1 back here, and then I have 1 6x9 up there. This is my Crescendo audio. This is the 3500 series. You can see I have the toolmaker what they call this crap again? I done forgot the name. Blanked out for a second. But this is what I'm running with the 0 gauges. And then I believe those are 8 gauges I have for the subwoofer wiring right here. Very nice and thick. Make sure you have a lot of power coming, a lot of clean power. You don't want to have those, you know, thin, low, wobbly, cheap-ass cables powering your system, and then your car catch on fire. We don't want to see you on the side of the highway on YouTube and shit. Yeah, or on Facebook. We had the suede rooftop. It's hard to see, but there's a suede rooftop right here. There you go. This piece right here has been painted. This both sun visors actually have been painted. I painted both of these. You couldn't tell. Both of these were tan, and they function. And they all function. I took them apart, painted them, wired them back up. Why the hell is a blade in here? I just noticed that. That's security, huh? One problem I have is this OnStar rearview mirror. That shit has to go. When I drive and the music's not playing, I hear that sound coming from somewhere, like loose coins, and it's this piece of shit. So I gotta fix that or throw it away. Don't need no damn rearview mirror anyway. But this car is for sale. I'm selling it for $5K. As is. That's, you know, radio, equalizer, everything in here. Everything except for whatever trash I have in here, I have to take out, vacuum the carpet, and for $5,000 is yours. You do have to fix that quarter panel because it has a crack on it again. The base tore it up again. They didn't do a good job the first time fixing it. To fix it properly, I've heard it's $450. So that'll be on you, not me. I don't have any check engine light on. I changed spark plugs a couple of weeks ago. Oil a couple weeks ago. I bought a new rubber hose fitting for the air filter housing because the other one I had cracked. It was cracked, so went to the junkyard, got it off another 3800, slapped it on, bam. Got a new air filter in there. Everything's factory under the hood. except for all those wires running from the battery and the alternator. Alternator is a MacMan. It's the 6-phase series. I just call it the 6 series. It's a 6-phase series. As you can see, is powering very well. The car is hot right now. See the temperatures in the middle. My fans just kicked on, and we still getting 13.9 idle. MacMan alternator is doing what it's supposed to do. It's a six-phase series. Paid a good amount of money for it, and you know it was well worth it. Back there I have a Crescendo Audio 3500. That's the big boy right here, and the power is on. You can see the blue light right there. Obviously, that's powering 2 XXX audios, 15s D2s, dual ohm 2s. Excuse me, dual 2 ohms. And behind that I have a power acoustic 16/4 or 16/4 4-channel, and then I have another power. I have a power base 800.2x 2-channell, and in the back I have a yellow top and a what's that battery called? I done forgot the battery. Damn, I forgot the name of the battery. I know that shit was like $400. I forgot the name of the battery. But yeah, the yellow top was $279. No, $269. The white battery was $3 and some change, almost $400. I can't remember the name of that shit. And the red top up front was a little over $200. So you have a good amount of battery in here to keep everything running. Power, AC, sunroof works. Sunroof does work. The sunroof does work. What else? Visor work. Engine is in good condition. Gets the oil change on time. Tires are still good on this car. I have a lot of meat on these 24s. I don't drive this car as much as I want to because I'm always at work. Trying to figure out what else. I just put a new purge vent valve on the back by the gas door. Where the gas door for the filler neck at, there's a vent valve that goes there, vent solenoid. I just changed that out a couple days ago. I was getting the code that was not working, so I changed it out, and the code went away by its damn self. I ain't even had to erase it or delete it with the OBD reader, code reader or nothing. It just went off on its own. The purge valve that sits in the front under the 3800 cover, I changed that one about 3-4 months ago, just because all the fuses are correctly matched to the amperage that they're designated for, so you won't have to worry about a 10 fuse being in the 20 spot. And I have plenty extras that I keep around with me. So all my fuses are in order from 5 to 10, 7, 15, 20, 25, and 30. All of them are in order. All of them go where they need to go, where they're designated to go. There's no mix matching going on. The trunk release works. The one under the dash right there and on the key. I have an alarm on here. Well, this is for my work truck. Why am I grabbing this? I have one right here, Clifford, and then I have the factory, and they all work. So that's good. And I also have an extra key for the car. So if you need an extra key, you get a key for the car. Glove box. It's functional. I have the book for the car right here. I have the key lock for the rims right there, and they go the extra fuses somewhere in there. My insurance card right there. Yes, we are insured. Florida, you don't have to be insured. People don't get insurance in Florida. They just drive, hit your ass, and keep going. But I have insurance. That's about it. This is the Monte Carlo 2001. You can't even hear it running that much. You'll hear it idle because of the alternator, but you'll hear the alternator a little bit. But that's about it. Even outside of the car, you'll just hear that bloom, 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 bloom coming from the muffler. I don't know what kind of exhaust they have on here on these, but they from factory they sound like somewhat like a Flowmaster, but the small sound like a miniature tiny V8 on Flowmasters. That's what it'll sound like. Because when you hit the gas, it got that little to it. It got a little pull to it. But this is 3800. It's only 180 horsepower. Ain't no supercharged. Ain't none of that. Ain't going fast. This is not a race car for me, even though I can eat down the highway at 60, 70 with no problems, under 2,000 RPM. Hell, I'll be coasting at 60 at maybe 1,300 RPM, I think. Or 13 or 1,400 RPM. It only hit the 15. So it runs smooth. It runs good. I'm selling it for $5. It's time to let it go. I'm moving in a couple of days. I'll be in Central Florida. So I stayed down here in Miami. So I move in like today's Thursday, Saturday. I'm moving, and my last day at this job that I worked at for a year now is March 7th. So March 7th, I'll be in Central Florida. Well, it's March 7th that night. I'll be leaving work and going to Central Florida to my new home with my girl, and we're going to start a new life from now. And it's been fun with the Monte Carlo. I'm taking it up there. Anybody want to purchase it before it goes, you know, that's fine. You can hit me up on YouTube. You want to come see it, come test drive, whatnot, see what's wrong with it, see what's not wrong with it. Oh yeah, it has a bull's nutsack in the back. A lot of people don't like that shit, but hey, to each his own. I got it painted the same blue. I got the trim and the front and the back kit, the body kit on here, whatever, the SS. I forgot what was the name of this kit. This kit that comes on the SS, it has a name for it, but I don't remember what it's called. Because there's 3 different types. There's this one. There's the one that comes on the in the SS Intimidator. I think that's what it's called. So there's a very, very wide range of variety of kits. But that's about it, man. Look, little video on the Monte Carlos for sale, $5,000. You have any questions on how I do this or how I do that or how I did this or how I did that? You know, you can ask me. Like I said, the airbag light on because my seat is disconnected. If I could, let me see if I can get the cord out. I'll show it to y'all. Oh shit! I found a remote for my radio under the seat. I've been looking for that sucker. I ain't been looking hard enough. Where is that shit? I think I found it. There you go. This little connector right here is the connector for the airbag that goes on the passenger, the driver's side seat. I have it disconnected. That's why the light is on. If you know this car right here, this hard ass piece right here is an airbag. And when I had the seat upholstery, I told them to cover that bitch. So that's why they didn't cut it out and trimmed it out and made it a part of the seat. So because of that, this airbag light is on, but I have the seats unbolted. None of my seats are bolted because I take them out when I go vacuum the car. So I just leave them like that. But, you know, it ain't gonna hurt nobody. They'll be all right. I'll be bolting them on real soon. But that's about it, though. Any questions, concerns? Holla.